Adam, you have, like, I'm sure that right after you accepted the match, you watch a lot of matches of Artur. Am I correct, or you are just too confident to not to even watch?
Oh no, I did my homework as soon as I got offered the match.
Yep.
Yes, watched a lot.
So you already started right after Pauline mentioning about it.
Of course, I mean, anybody to not watch film is a little foolish, but absolutely, I wanted to know everything I can. That's part of the preparation. You got to know your opponent.
Yes. That Sasha is not like that. I asked Sasha, he's like, he doesn't care about anything. He's like, no, like he just does whatever he wants. He says that he doesn't really follow arm wrestling even on the social media.
Sasha's a special breed.
Yeah, I agree.
Differently.
There has been no time that, I never studied my opponent if I know that who's coming there, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what do you think about your opponent?
I have no idea how he only weighs 165 pounds. That's the first thing that strikes me. I mean, just in all the videos I've seen, I mean, Artur, you look enormous. He looks just unhuman.
You will see
to me, he looks.
His legs and butt very small.
I mean, even if his legs are small, he looks like.
Он говорит, я не могу себе представить, как ты всего весишь большим для 75 кг.
Да, все так говорят.
What does he say?
He says that, yeah, I don't have legs, and that's true. And everybody says that I look too big for 75 kg.
Yeah. I think when you look at the bottom, it looks like 154. When you look at the top, it looks like 187. So it just kind of in between,
Yeah. In between.
That's what the arm wrestlers are, right?
Yep. Except the heavyweights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead, Adam. I cut you. Like, what were you saying? The guy doesn't look like 165.
Oh, no, I was gonna say he looks like a true 85 kilo puller, just from the top half.
Yeah. And he, like 2018, he was still pulling 154s.
Wow.
Yeah, he was still pulling 154s. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you think? I kind of like feel that you are thinking that the match is gonna stop, and you believe in your endurance. Do you expect a match like same as Bojidar match? And by the way, people think that you and Bojidar had like huge weight difference. As far as I remember, you were 92 and he was 87, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. What do you think about this match?
I mean, from watching film and analyzing, it's pretty obvious that he has a very, very developed forearm and a large hand. So I think it's going to be really interesting because we almost have pretty similar styles. I think Arthur's a lot tighter, and he uses his brachialis a little bit more. But I do see the match stopping. Mm-hmm. Where it's going to stop, I'm not sure. When you have matches like mine and Bozidar's or any long hook war, it's a game of inches. It's really crucial on where that match stops, and whether that's, I mean, to say something like center or this side is not enough detail. Really, the exact positioning on the table, what kind of wrist position, all those things matter when that match stops. It really ultimately comes down to your ability to fight out of that. And somebody has an advantage and somebody has a disadvantage. And ideally, the goal is to stop that match to where you have advantage and you have position and you're in a good spot to either bleed your opponent or win the match. So that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. I do see it stopping. Unless he's just, I have seen him flash pin a few guys, and my speed's not the greatest, which of course I've been working on. So hopefully I can eliminate that part out.
And what does he think about his opponent? Whenever I ask him the match, And then I show him the Bojdar match. He didn't want to accept. And he said, Engin, find me an opponent at my weight category. And I said, Artur, all your top opponents are going WAF. Like Daniel is going WAF, Aydarkan is going WAF, Mindagos is going WAF, you know. So we need to find someone, you know, a little bit heavier. And he said, yeah, but just a little bit heavier, not over 90 kilo. But and then I said 85 kilo, and he barely accepted, you know, barely. And he's taking, he's not coming to lose, he's coming to win. But he said that, like, this is very serious opponent for him, and this is what I know. But you ask him, what does he think?
Цепиться и хорошо побороться.
Okay. Yeah, Artur's saying that by any means I will not underestimate Adam, very serious opponent. After he saw the super match, the last super match Adam won, he said, yeah, maybe Bojdar was not in the greatest form, but it doesn't matter. By the amount, by the difference with the domination, Adam won it. It was very serious. And he said, it's not, he said, I hope that we will stop the match somewhere in the middle of the table and it's going to be a grinder. But he says, yeah, it's a very, very serious opponent, and I have to be ready in mindset for a win to make it happen, you know. And he said also that, yes, I know that weight difference will be there, maybe even 8 to 10 kilos, but he said, I knew that and I know that, and I will try to do my 100% to do my best.
I understand. And how does he see his chances? Like, does he think that he is underdog, or he is the favorite, or it's like a 50-50 match?
Смотрим.
Yeah, he said that I've been reading some comments on the internet, which I do sometimes to times. He said that most of the comments are putting him, Artur, as an underdog, but he said, I don't think so. And I will try, or I want to think that this is a very equal opportunity for us, like 50-50. And it's going to be a great match, but we will see on the table.
Yeah, I see a question. Artur is right now 75 kilo, 165. And how do you see, Adam, this? How do you see? I normally, I have my own predictions, but I try not to share it. But how do you see this match?
It's hard for me to give a prediction because I mean, I definitely don't see it being 3-0 either way. I see some really good matches, just stylistically. We're both kind of inside pullers that have a slightly different twist to our inside games. So I see it. I don't see it being 3-0. I mean, Artur is he's clearly he's smaller, but and I commend him for taking that match. I mean, to be accepting a match of somebody 8 to 10 kilos higher and maybe even more than that is really admirable. And right now I'm coming off of some tournaments, so I see it being our shapes coming in being pretty similar. And I see it. It could be the match of the night, really. I mean, when you have two guys that are going to go inside and bang in different ways and explore some different wrist positions, it could be a really good match. And I definitely think it's one of those that are going to come down to some endurance, because when you're pulling like that, when you're pulling like that inside and there's a lot of pronation involved in hand position, it blows up everything. Your arm, your hand, your elbow, your shoulder gets gassed, your pecs, your drivers, everything. So I just think it's going to be a really interesting match. I can't give you a prediction. All I can say is it's not going to be 3-0.